What is going on, guys? Rajai Knight coming at you once again with some more Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited for the PlayStation 4. And as you saw with the title, today we're doing a tutorial for Vampirism, how to catch it, when you should try to catch it if you want to catch it, and the pros and cons of doing that. Some of this will also pertain to the werewolf, so if you're going for werewolf, you can still watch this because a lot of the spawn locations and other things about it do line up. So the first thing that we should talk about is the pros and cons of becoming a vampire. Now, as you can see, I did get my vampire bite. I am currently at stage 3 vampirism. For the next 5 minutes, I'll be able to show you stage 4 before the end of this video. Health regenerates 50% slower. Take 40% more damage from fire attacks, and vampirism abilities cost 14% less. Feeding obviously reduces that. Now, your vampirism stage goes along with time. You go from stage 1 through 4 depending on how often you feed. I don't really feed too often. I did feed last time I played just that way I could see what it looks like. But other than that, stage 4 isn't too bad. No matter what stage you're in, you're always going to take 40% extra damage from fire. But your health at stage 4 will regenerate 75% slower, which if you're doing a lot of PvE and you're going up against a lot of fire attacks, that can definitely get really annoying because you don't recover as quickly. But if you keep some health potions on you, maybe have a buddy with a healing staff, you'll be able to do it just fine. Also, one of the vampirism abilities does let you heal. It's actually the only ability that I have unlocked right now for my vampirism skill, because I'm still vampire 1. I just got my bite yesterday, and that is the drain essence. Basically you just consume the enemy's life force and it heals you while depleting their health, but it only lasts for about 3 seconds, and it's got about a 3-second cooldown, so it's not too bad. You can use it only on certain enemies though. You can't use it against Daedra, it seems. Certain Daedra creatures that you'll find, like the Watchers and everything else. Now obviously the tutorial here is going to primarily cover the Daggerfall Covenant. I do not know the spawn locations for any of the other factions. There's plenty of places online you can go to get that, but I will be showing you the actual spawn locations for Blood Fiends and Werewolves in the Daggerfall Covenant. So the next thing we need to know, that we know the pros and cons, is when do you do it? I mean, when is it a good idea to try getting vampirism or werewolf if that's what you want to go for? Now for vampirism, that's obviously the only quest that I've done, and I know for werewolf it's kind of a luck thing because there's a few different creatures that you could end up fighting. You only have to kill one of them for the werewolf, and if you get the mammoth, you can do it at a very low level. The other ones, you might have to log out, log back in, rinse and repeat until you manage to get the mammoth. But for the vampire, I would recommend 15 to 16. The enemies that you're going up against are high level. I believe they were level 24 or 34. I was level 18 when I did it, and as you'll see in my next video where I upload my Silent of the Blood Matron quest, I did die one time. I just went slow, took my time, blocked, and used my vampire abilities. You do get vampire abilities for the quest line. With the vampire, you get your Drain Essence, Mist Form, and the ultimate Bat Swarm, which is amazing at taking out the enemies. It does a lot of damage, but it does take a little while to actually kill them. So I'd say level 15 or 16. And the reason I say 15 is because if you have level 14 armor and you're using two-handed or ranged, you should be okay as long as your armor's upgraded and your sword's upgraded. Level 16 is because of the steel. I would recommend not going in if you're that low of a level until you have upgraded armor, at least green, maybe even blue, especially on your sword, because you're going to want to be able to deal some damage because you can heal yourself. You will be able to use health potions. You will be able to use your Drain Essence spell, which will heal your health. So moving right along, the spawn location. So vampires and werewolves only spawn in one area for the Daggerfall Covenant. Now, if you've been up in Rivenspire yet, you've probably seen Blood Fiends, and through Glenumbra, I'm sure if you've gone in the northern part of it, you've seen a lot of werewolves. These will not give you that disease. You can sit all day long taking hits, you won't catch it. You actually have to go over here to Bankarai, and I tend to go over here to the Troll's Toothpick Way Shrine, which is in the northeastern corner. Not that one. This one, right here. I go here, so that's where we're going to fast travel, and fortunately it is dark because that is important. These creatures only spawn at night. Now there's some debate on whether or not the moon phase actually matters, vampires spawning at the new moon, werewolves spawning at the full moon. However, I've also heard that the werewolf spawn is broken and that they will spawn at any time, whereas I've only ever seen vampires during the new moon. Now, at the time of this upload, we just finished the new moon, which is when I got my bite, so unfortunately it's going to be another 8 days before they spawn again. And it's not dark enough yet, but you will be able to tell these spots. So here we are in Vampirism, and you can see there's somebody already over here. Now, this is not the spawn, though. Again, some people say that they will spawn anywhere and everywhere. So all you can do is once you get to the way shrine, you just come on down here, follow the path to the right. Now, while we're doing this little travel, because we're going to be there in a second, I do want to say that there are a lot of people that camp these areas. Some of them are trying to get a bite, but you'll also see a lot of vampires and werewolves that are here to kill the spawns, so that way you don't get a bite. Now, right here where this guy is standing, this is one spawn, and you see there's people up there on the rock waiting. It's not even dark yet, and there's already people standing here waiting. But, these people are waiting probably to get a bite. The vampires and werewolves probably haven't come over here yet because it's not close enough to Darkfall. But this is one spawn. They will spawn right up there along that rock wall, and they're going to be level 40 blood fiends or level 40 werewolves, which is the other reason why you should be at least a level 15 or 16, because you have to be able to withstand a few hits from a level 40. Another spawn, and this is actually where I got my bite at, is right over here, and you see there's a guy camping over here too. I'm not sure exactly where they spawn over in this area. I was bitten right around here, so I don't know if they spawned by the waterfall or if they spawned over there and we're just running around over here, but this is where I got my bite. The next spawn location I'm going to show you is actually right up here at the top. All four of these places I'm going to show you are very close together, which is why I like coming over here, because you can check all of them. This one is another place that I have confirmed that they spawn. Last night I saw a couple of them spawn here, right up next to this wall, really in these bushes right here is where it spawned at, and it died within a minute. Everybody attacking it, trying to get it to attack them, just trying to aggro it. If you have 10 people all trying to get hit and each of you hits at one time, it's not going to last too long. And that's not counting the people that actually want to kill it. The other place, this is an unconfirmed spawn, but I have heard many people talking that they will spawn over here sometimes as well. And obviously you're not going to see any in this video because it's not dark out, or it's not nighttime rather, and it's not the new moon. But those are the 4 areas that I would check if I were going to try to get Vampirism with another character. Particularly this lower area underneath the waterfall, because it seems like fewer people actually camp this area. But you will see huge crowds up above the waterfall and down at that first location that I showed you. To increase your chances of getting Vampirism whenever you feel that you are ready to do it, I would recommend taking all of your armor off and unequipping your weapon. And the reason for this is especially if you can get other people to do it. Whenever you go fist only, you're not going to be able to do too much damage to the level 40 blood fiend. And so by doing that, you are going to increase the odds that you can actually do something. You see this guy's checking to see if I'm a vampire or not. He's probably going to try sending me a message to see if I'll bite him or something. But after you take all of your armor off and everything, it just lowers your defense, so you're more likely to contract vampirism on your first shot. And again, that's why I recommend being a level 15 or 16, because that's going to increase the odds that you're actually going to be able to contract it in one shot, which may be all you manage to get, because there's going to be a lot of people trying to get that blood fiend's attention or that werewolf's attention. And again, unequipping your weapon is just that way you don't accidentally kill it. If you can get other people in the area to do that, it'll definitely mean that more people can get a bite. But there's always going to be those people who will try to come over here and kill it so they can sell it, which is going to lead right into my next point. Don't fall for the scams. There's a lot of people who will try to scam you into paying a ton of money for a vampire bite that you don't have to pay for. They're charging 20 to 50,000 gold for a vampire bite, which is ridiculous considering that it's a free bite if you just get bit by a blood fiend. Not to mention there are tons of guilds out there that will bite you for free if you join. My guild, I am biting my guild mates whenever I get it leveled up, not charging them anything. All I ask is that you be a loyal guild member, which we haven't decided exactly how we're going to do it. It's mostly going to depend on how long you've been in the guild, because we're doing seniority first. You can only bite one person every 7 days once you get it leveled up to 6 and have the perk point in it, so it does take some time. Whenever I stood here, and even now I sometimes come here to show people where to go after they get it, I like to stand right here because I can look back and see if there's any blood fiends spawning over there, and I can look over here and see if they spawn over here. But moving on, let's say you've contracted it. You found a blood fiend, you got bit, and now you need to know where to go. Well, this is where it differs, because with the werewolf, you have to go somewhere else. You're going to be in Bankerai, but the werewolves will have to go to the nearest way shrine to their specific, I guess you could call it their headquarters. I can't remember what they call their shrine. It might be a moon shrine or something. But for the vampires, that one I can tell you, and this is one that I've had to help people on a lot. So we're back up here at Troll's Toothpick Way Shrine, and we're going to come over here to the southwest, just east of Evermore Castle, to East Evermore Way Shrine, and we're just going to fast travel right there. Now, if you haven't got this location unlocked, you can travel there on foot, but every enemy in this area is a very high level. So if you're not a high enough level to take them, I would recommend asking somebody else who got their bite, who does have that way shrine, if they can group with you so you can travel there with them. Once you get here, you see you spawn here in this little room, and my sword is out for some reason. And as soon as you come out, the vampire's going to be standing right here against this wall. You'll talk to him and he'll tell you how you can cure it and everything else. And that will start the quest, which will lead you along over here. Now, I can't remember exactly where the blood shrine is over here, because as you can see, it's not marked on my map, but I believe it's actually right over here somewhere. But it's not too far from this location. It might actually be through here. Let's come over here and see if we can find it. But after you go there, you have to do a quest. The quest is not particularly difficult. You can see I've got some level 39 skeevers, and I'm not even able to hit them right now because my level's not high enough. If you haven't noticed, whenever you're facing really high leveled enemies, you don't do as much, you can't do as much damage to them. There's one of the abilities right there. That's the Drain Essence ability. It does some pretty good damage. But obviously that wasn't the way to the Blood Shrine. And we're not going to steal that because it's not worth it. I will be doing another video here shortly to cover how you can upgrade various skill sets. But I really wish I could remember how to get to the dang Blood Shrine, because I do not remember, and it's not in the graveyard. I should have known that. But yeah, that's really all you need to know about getting Vampirism. It's good to have it. If you're not going for vampire, if you don't want to be a vampire, you may go for werewolf just to have something. Vampire is typically seen as the PvP, and werewolf is typically seen as PvE, and I think we just found the Blood Shrine. Yes, this is the Blood Shrine right here. You can see most of these people in here are vampires. Some of them are people who are looking for bites, but it's mostly vampires. This is where you will bring people whenever you want to bite them. So I will have to remember where this place is. But you can see most of these people here are vampires, or people that are just trying to get a bite from somebody, or about to get a bite from somebody. But yeah, that's about it. This video didn't take as long to make as I thought it would. There's a lot more to it as far as the scams and everything, but as long as you show up at the right time, you should be okay. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope this helps you guys. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments section down below. I do check all my comments, and I'd be happy to help any of you get Vampirism as soon as I can. And I will even come here and help you camp these areas and help you find out when they're going to spawn, if that's what you need me to do. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.